Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us here for North Dakota Today. I'm Lise Vidot here with Melanie Palmer. Chris and Christy are off today.
They are.
They're kind of extending the long holiday weekend.
Yes, and we hope that everyone had a nice Easter weekend. We have a great show for you today. And how was your Easter weekend? What did you do?
Awesome. I live in West Fargo, and we had it at my other sister's who lives in West Fargo as well. But we had almost everyone there, and the cousins all got to be together. And I just feel like bloated today by how much I had so much ham and potatoes and green beans. It was an awesome family weekend, so we just really enjoyed family all day long.
Did you have any pie or any desserts?
We had angel
food
cake.
That's always my first question.
How about you guys? And you just celebrated with your husband, or your
with my fiance. Yeah, soon to be husband.
I jumped ahead there a bit.
But yeah, we just had a nice ham meal. He does all the cooking, so I'm not a cook at all, so it was kind of nice.
You picked the right man to marry then.
I know, it was really nice. He made roasted squash, cheesy homemade shredded potatoes, just a lot of really good food that took him a long time. So it was really nice of him to do. And did you go on an Easter egg hunt with the kids?
It was too cold. It was too cold.
Really
we did
yesterday.
We did Easter Mass at 9, and then just we did Easter egg. We were hiding all the eggs in the house. Even after we found them, we would re-hide them over and over. My daughters are 9 and 5, so we had a lot of fun playing with what showed up in their Easter baskets. And yeah, it was an awesome day. So
good.
And of course, off school today for some people at work, but for kids at school, everyone's home. Most of them are at grandma's today, probably.
Oh, so nice. And an extra day off then.
Extra day off. I wish we would have had that.
Yeah. And coming up in today's show, it's wedding season. We'll have tips and tricks on how to plan the perfect bridal brunch.
And perfect timing for you. Your wedding day is just around the corner. We have some special guests. Everyone's been talking about it here in the studio. Chahinkapa Zoo is going to be here. And
I'm so excited to see all the animals they have.
We're going to have some good stuff, so don't go anywhere, because that's going to be, I think, kind of crazy in the studio
today.
Yes,
I've heard we're having all kinds of different animals, so you're not going to want to miss it because they sound super cute.
Well, maybe not the snake.
Maybe not all of them. Minus one.
Maybe minus one.
And plus, speaking of animals, why having a dog can lower your heart risk or your risk of heart disease. We'll have that a little later on in the show, too.
And talking about Easter being so cold, let's check in with meteorologist Lisa Green. She warned us that we were going to have to wear big, heavy jackets over our Easter dresses, and that's exactly what happened. And it's still cold out there.
Yeah, we're not going to be able to shake the cold for a little while. And now, again, this morning, more snow hitting us here in Fargo. You could see in our Storm Team Skycam network view that we've got snow coming down right now, impacting the morning drive in Fargo and in other places here in the valley. So lower visibility with this, and of course that might add to more slick spots on those roads. There is a winter weather advisory in effect. It includes the James River Valley and our extreme southern viewing area. Fargo-Moore had not included, though you could just see that we just saw in our Skycam that we do have some snow. The heavier snow will be a little farther south. And here's the latest look of the radar. You can see that band of snow working its way right along I-94 and back along Highway 10 to into Minnesota. And it's basically going to stay in the bottom half or southern half of the Red River Valley, where we'll see our best bet for getting some snow and more accumulation down along the North Dakota-South Dakota state line. You can see there Ellendale. There's those deeper blues showing up in that band there. That's where we're looking at some heavier snow falling there toward Oaks as well. Though, again, we are seeing some of that snow right here in Fargo. So this will just continue working eastward, and our chances for snow sticking around for much of the day today as this whole system just kind of hangs around. Here's a look at our temperatures right now. 19 degrees in Fargo. It is 11 in Grand Forks. We're looking at 7 in Devil's Lake and 7 in Roseau. So a chilly start this morning. And wind speeds are up out west. We're seeing wind speeds into the teens to some low 20s. So factor that into those temperatures, and it's just pretty raw out there. So a quick look at our hour-by-hour planner. We've got that snow working its way through. Again, Southern Valley the focus, though this latest model run trying to bring that snow a little farther north, closer to Highway 2 there. Bemidji, maybe seeing some of that. But if you're north of Highway 2, again, it's still looking okay for you. Colder, though, there today in the teens and low 20s, and we'll be close to 30 in the south. So scattered snow showers continue tonight. They kind of diminish a little bit into the late night hours, but that wind stays strong. We'll have wind gusts into the 20s and 30s, even into tomorrow morning, and you can see some of the same areas picking up snow even into the early start of the day tomorrow. That moves on and we quiet down, but with that wind, we'll have a little bit of blowing snow and low visibility for that morning drive and just a raw feel out there with temperatures only in the teens to some low 20s. A look at our snowfall potential. Again, lower amounts the farther north you go. Fargo in that 1 to 3 inch range, probably on the lower end of that. And some places 3 to 6 in the south, and maybe a couple of pockets that get a little bit more. Here's our photo today. Saturday was a blue moon, the second full moon of the month. And that was taken in Fargo, that cool photo. Thanks, Donna. And a look at the rest of the week. It's looking cold. High temperatures below freezing through the work week and start temps in the single digits. So winter coats still needed, your hat, your gloves, all those things needed, and you might even need your shovel later today once that snow ends tonight and tomorrow in the Southern Valley.
You always talk about, wanting warm like hats and gloves for your Christmas sock, but maybe you needed that in your Easter basket too.
Definitely.
It's terrible. I'm ready for spring.
Yeah, thank you, Lisa.
You bet.
And this is my first winter here in Fargo. Is it normal for it to be this cold
No. Well, I mean,
in April?
It just seems like it's been a very cold winter.
Yeah.
Colder than normal,
And
I
long.
think. And we didn't have all the snow early in the winter, but now it seems like we can't stop the snow.
No. And temperatures just keep dropping.
No, and April 1st being our Easter this year, you would have thought we would have maybe got a break. I think last year was nicer, or at least some Easters are much nicer than this. And this is North Dakota. We got to show you this video. Easter usually is a sign that spring is just around the corner, and we can wear those pretty Easter dresses, but that wasn't the case here in North Dakota. This is actually video from Bismarck. Kids were out in there, look at that, totally bundled up, searching, hunting for Easter eggs. They braved very cold temperatures and fresh snow for their search, but as you can see here in the video, the one good thing, colored eggs against white snow make the task a little bit easier.
Yeah,
so,
if they were white, you would not see them.
And kids don't mind, really, do they?
No, they're so
I'm pouting,
excited.
but they weren't.
And in New York, it's not unusual to see crazy things. But last night, thousands gathered in the streets of New York City wearing outrageous hats and costumes for the annual Easter Day Parade. Fifth Avenue was blocked off for people to parade through Manhattan, just as Judy Garland and Fred Astaire did in the film Easter Parade. The event is more of a promenade than a parade, where people showcase their creativity through extravagant hats. This New York tradition dates back to the 1800s, and I have to say that is one of my favorite movies of all time, and that's on my bucket list to go and wear one of those big hats.
Fabulous hats.
Yeah.
I don't remember, I mean, it happens every year, but this year I was fascinated by seeing all the video of those. I would like to go with you.
Yeah.
Add that to my bucket
Well,
list.
let's do it
well.
together. Where do we get the hats, though? That's my question.
I don't know. It looks like some of those they put some time into. That's going to take a lot of super glue to make that high egg hat. So
yeah, definitely.
We'll work on it.
Yeah, we have time until next year. And Little Caesars pizza chain made a promise, and today they're making good on it. Their If Crazy Happens promotion said that if a number 16 seed beat a number 1 seed in the NCAA basketball tournament, they would give away free $5 lunch combos on April 2nd. And since number 16 UMBC beat number 1 Virginia in historic upset 2 weeks ago, that means it's free pizza day. There are several terms and conditions according to the Little Caesars website, including a 1 per family rule. You also have to order by 1 p.m. local time. The lunch combo includes 4 slices of deep dish pepperoni pizza and a 20-ounce Pepsi product. Are you going to get in on that
There we go.
today?
That's our lunch plans for today. I like a free lunch, so I wasn't even that into March Madness, but as soon as I hear there's free pizza,
then I'm interested.
Then I'm interested.
I'll be there before 1 today.
And I'm sure I'm not alone. I have some Peeps left in my house from the Easter.
Definitely.
But think about this. Marshmallow Peeps are a mainstay, of course, in most Easter baskets. But now a Texas brewer is using them to brew beer. The Collective Brewing Project is making a limited run sour ale called Peep This Collab. They will use Peeps to flavor the beer as well as vanilla and lemon peel. The purple-hued beer will also have edible glitter added to it.
What?
But you might have to take a road trip if you want to try some. The beer will only be available at Lone Star Caps and Taps in Fort Worth in Texas. But definitely interesting. I like an orange slice in my beer, but I'm not sure about edible sparkles and glitter.
Yeah, I like the glitter. I think that would be really cool.
I feel like
Then you'd
Christy
have it on
Larson
the
is not
cake
here,
mug.
but she loves all things sparkly and glittery
I think she
and
would like
beer.
it.
I think that she would. That's
It
right
might
up
be
her
one of her
alley.
favorites. And I know some people, they either really like Peeps or they're kind of meh. So it kind of depends on your love
What
for
are you?
Peeps.
Yes, no.
I'm the meh.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm sorry to
it's
say.
sugar. It's sugar and I love sugar. I love marshmallows.
I don't
can only eat
know.
a few, but
They're really cute. I mean, they're cute for display.
just rather look at them.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Just stare at them.
Not a total pee hater.
Yeah, and if you haven't heard about this, it's quite an amazing story. 36-year-old accountant Scott Foster signed a contract with the Chicago Blackhawks to be their emergency goalie. And after both goalies were injured last week, he found himself between the pipes. The former college goalie and current accountant made the most of his opportunities, stopping all 7 shots he faced in the third period, which ended in a Blackhawks 6-2 win over the Winnipeg Jets. Foster called it a ton of fun and was mobbed by his teammates when the game was over. Other than playing in rec leagues, this was his first competitive action since he played at Western Michigan University back in 2005 and 2006. And if you're wondering, the first emergency goalie to play in an NHL game was an equipment manager for the Carolina Hurricanes, who played the final 8 seconds of the game just last season.
This story is crazy. I did see it last week, and then, you know, they did a lot of interviews with him after the fact. He's like, you know, you keep like just plugging away in men's league, and then you make it into the big league.
Can you just imagine if you got that call? Like, what sports team would you be excited about? Do you have one that you would just be like?
Well, I mean, I do like the
about?
Blackhawks. I like hockey. My husband, I think, is a Bruins fan. But yeah, I think around here everyone's excited for the Wild. So we need to like just pull up some random accountant from the Twin Cities and see if he can't
see if he can deliver.
The Wild maybe needs to start looking in some accounting firms, and, and then
maybe
they
that would
can.
help.
Gosh, that's funny. It's an awesome
It would be
story.
so nerve-wracking too.
Well, here's a travel memory these guys won't soon forget. A group on an African safari got a closer than expected look at cheetahs. One of the cats they were watching jumped on the hood of their vehicle, and then another hops into the back seat of the open cab and began sniffing around. After sniffing around for a bit and licking the seats, the big cats left. That's too close for. Oh, this
It's so
is
close. Look at it. It's
his,
right behind him. Look at the guy.
It looks like he's gonna. Well, I don't know. In some ways, I feel like he's gonna pounce, and in other times, like
I know.
he's
Other
just kinda
times he looks
sitting
kind
there.
of cute, like just a cat.
Like a
you know?
cat,
like a cat in your
going along
living
for the
room.
road trip.
Yeah,
God,
except
scary.
a little bigger and a little scarier. That would be quite the trip, though. And it's official, folks. Cameron Diaz has retired from acting. The 45-year-old recently spoke about being actually retired during a chat about her 2002 film, The Sweetest Thing, alongside co-stars Selma Blair and Christina Applegate. She rose to stardom with roles in The Mask and There's Something About Mary. She's also known for voicing the character of Princess Fiona in the Shrek series, and as well as other high-profile films like Charlie's Angels. Diaz has not starred in a movie since 2014.
She could always come out of retirement, though, because this story makes me very sad hearing this. But I know she's very involved with her. She's married now and kind of maybe likes her private life a little bit. But
yeah, and you hear stars doing that a lot, that they're going into retirement and they're like, oh, I'm back.
I'm back.
I'm back again.
I'm back again. Coming up on today's show, bridal brunch ideas to help you serve up some serious fun. Why you need to get out and move your dog some more.